Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्ददामि Bhagavad-gite bhavadveshini. First chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which is full of a lot of drama. We are nearing the end. We have seen till verse number 43, where Arjuna, giving a series of logical arguments, says that this war, if it is fought, the entire dynasty, the whole family is going to get destroyed. When the people of the family are no more, then we find that all the practices, the beliefs, the traditions that they were following, they also cease to exist. And when all these practices cease to exist, people, whoever is remaining after the war, do not have a sense of belonging, a sense of identity, which makes them responsible citizens. So, lack of that responsibility, lack of that belonging makes them think with all licentiousness. There is no boundary, there is no limit, and therefore there will be a lot of confusion in the society where people are not believing in any kind of discipline, any kind of lines drawn. Therefore, the entire social structure will collapse and there will be no harmony whatsoever among people, whoever remains. And the one who brings this about, and who is that? We all, sitting and standing on this battlefield, ready to bring about this great destruction. The ones who bring this about, we will be doomed. We will have to experience the pain of hell now and later also. And these people, they will not be connected to the ancestors. The ancestors, whoever, wherever they are, their position also will fall. So everywhere there is destruction only, and I don't see anything good. And if the family values thus crumble, then the social values also will not be there. And when social values are not there, then such a society cannot be called as a human society. Cannot be called as a society itself. There is no social structure. So this drastic image he has built up. And he says, दोषैरैते कुलज्ञानां वर्णसंकरकारकैः उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्माः कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः. All these family values and the social values, all that get destroyed. There is no sense of responsibility, there is no sense of satisfaction in one's existence. We know now that anybody rejects me or anything, I have somewhere to fall back on. I have some people to call mine. Here, this society will not have such a structure. There won't be any such safe haven, or call it a non-judgmental place of acceptance. There will be nothing like that. And therefore, what will happen? So people are not satisfied in themselves. Whatever they have in life, they are not satisfied. Whatever they are in life, they are not satisfied with. So they just transgress all limits and loot, plunder, whatever they want to, they keep doing. This will be the effect of this war if we fight. Okay. All these arguments, it is correct in themselves. There is nothing wrong. Okay, fine. Now further, he says that, and Krishna, if this is not enough and you are not affected by it, you are not even responding. What is this? So if this is not what you are responding to, this is not affecting you, there is something. It is not that I am just not imagining all these things. I am not just imagining. I have heard great people, wise people have said this. Our ancestors have said this. You also must have heard. What have I heard? What have you heard? Tell me. So he's saying in the verse number 44. Utsanna kula dharmanam manushyanam janardana narake aniyatam vasaha bhavatityanu Hey Janardana, O Lord, you must have heard what? Utsanna kula dharmanam manushyanam, those people whose families and the family values have been destroyed thus because of all this series of arguments. Those people whose family values have been completely destroyed and uprooted, such people. Now such people here is saying Manushyanam, all these people. What kind of people? So here the understanding is that these people of the past means that family whose family values have disappeared, whoever belongs to that family, whether they were living in the past, the ancestors, or the present generation, or anybody in the future also sometime is there, all these people of that family of past, present and future, everyone, what happens to them? Narake aniyatam vasaha. They will have to spend time in naraka, hell, going through that pain. How long? Aniyatam, indefinite period. Means they have to be there bearing that pain for I don't know how long, but very long, indefinite period. See, the point is indefinite period, even if it is short, if it is indefinite, it seems long. For example, we say that this class is from 7 to 8. We always announce that. If we say this class is from 7 o'clock, then even if it ends at 7:30, it will seem to be very long, because we don't know when this will end. Will this end? Has he had his dinner? Oh, he has had. Oh, now we don't know. It is indefinite, really indefinite. He has not yet had. Then we can hope that it will end soon, because he may feel hungry. So that's good. So when it is indefinite, it seems long. Even if it is actually short. So he is saying indefinite period of hell we will have to go through. And not just me, not just our generation, the past and the future generations also, the whole family will have to go through the pain of hell. Not just here, later also. So this year, here also, there will be, because of all these disturbances, people who are here, they will also suffer, and later in their onward journey also, they are going to suffer. So it's going to be suffering, suffering, suffering for the whole family all the time. And it is, I don't know how long. Who tells you all these things? Why are you imagining like this, Arjun? He says, Narake anivetam vasaha bhavati iti anushushruma. This way I have heard. We have heard. Means you also know it. You must have also heard this. We have heard that this is what happens. So much of logical argument. Very good. He's a very intelligent person. But when you keep building up, building up, building up, building up, and go to that extent of saying that now the whole family is doomed. Now nothing, the war has not even begun, but already he is imagining himself, his forefathers, and his future generations in hell already. So now there is not even going required, already he is there. One person came crying to Gurudev, saying, Gurudev, I know after listening to all these scriptures and all, I understand how many sins I have committed, what all wrongs I have done. Now only I am realizing I am very scared. Will I go to hell someday? Gurudev said, you won't. You are already in it. No, it is not a future thing. Now already he is experiencing hell. He is experiencing that pain. He is already thought, in the thought level, he has already reached, and along with his past and future generations, he has reached there. He is feeling that pain. And when such deep, thoughts, with so much of involvement of emotions, when somebody goes through, then what happens? That person comes to a conclusion, and after that conclusion, we'll see how it goes. So now after this, all these things that he has concluded, now he is telling, now he is passing a judgment. See, he earlier passed a judgment on everybody else. Now he is passing a judgment on himself. There is a process. Initially he said, if these people who are blinded by greed are not able to see the facts, at least we who are seeing cannot just go along with the flow. We have to stop this. That's what he said earlier. Now what is he saying? He's saying in the verse number 45, Aho bata mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam yadrajya sukhalobhena hantum swajanamudyataha. He's saying, Aho bata. Aho bata means what we say, oh dear. That kind of, Aho bata. Mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam. Vayam, we all, vyavasita, were ready to commit mahat papam, a great sin. We are all ready to commit a great sin. What is this? Aho bata. Aho bata, oh dear, when we say. So there are two emotions. One is when he said that these people, out of all this greed and everything, do not see the reality, the facts. That is understandable, but at least we who are seeing it, at least we should not get involved in this. That is one side, and that he could very comfortably accept, that they are greedy. But here he is saying, Yadrajya sukhalobhena hantum swajanamudyataha. We are now ready to kill our own family members just because of the greed of the kingdom and the pleasures. And when he is talking about himself as greedy, he is saying, Aho bata. Aho means surprise. What a surprise. Means here that attitude of one's own, what do you think of yourself, comes out like that. Oh, what a surprising thing that we out of greed are going to commit such a sin, are ready to kill our own family members. So, which means that I can never be greedy. So, if I have concluded that I am greedy, it is a matter of great surprise. I can't believe this. I did this. So, which means you are not human being, you are what? Humans can make mistakes. We can have greed. We can have these emotions. It's possible. We can go astray. What is that? Oh, how could we do something like this? Surprise. And bata means, when you say, there is that sorrow, that great regret is there in one person. So there's surprise that how could we fall to such extent, and on the other side, regret. Oh, we should not have done this. We should not have committed to something like this. We should not have come here at all. We should never do something like this. Aho bata. Mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam. We are on the verge of committing such a great sin that just for the greed of kingdom and pleasures, we are ready to kill our own kith and kin. What a surprise and what a sorrowful day today. So he's shocked. He's come to this conclusion. Now the point is, how did this conclusion come about oneself? Before that, he was saying Dhashtarashtra, Rane Hanyuhu, Rahatarashtra, Dhartarashtra. He was constantly blaming everything on Duryodhana and all his brothers and everyone. And then suddenly now, he's blaming himself, bashing himself. There are different ways of understanding this. One way is, till the time he was constantly blaming Duryodhana and his brothers, there was no response from Krishna. So he felt maybe if I blame myself, he will say, oh, good, very good thinking, good, congratulations. Maybe that will happen. So, because somehow, somewhere deep within, and I don't know why, but it happens in spiritual seekers, that we hold sometimes a very low opinion of ourselves. That self-image, low self-esteem. And because of that, we want to prove ourselves. To whom? To ourselves. I can do it. Nobody is questioning, but I'm not going to show it to anybody. I am showing to myself, yes, I can do it. And for that, where do I want validation from? From the society. That people should appreciate me, so that I can appreciate myself. Very complicated. So here also, this surprise, aho, shows that I can never fall to this extent. I have fallen to this state. But what a great sin we are about to commit. No. We should not do this at all. I regret this. So, kind of presenting oneself to be someone who is like a dharmatma, who can never commit any mistakes, beyond all this desire and all this greed and everything. Beyond this. I am a saint. How can I do something like this? There are people, sometimes do you like sweets? No. Already I have eaten so much, Put it here. I don't know. No, please. Don't give. Already pointing in the plate here. You put it here. No, please. So much of sweet I am eating, What to do? It is too much already. It has gone too much, So, means you can't eat sweets or what? It's not that I'm attached to it, but sometimes I eat. That's all. No, I'm not attached to it. Why are you complicating your life? It's okay. So much of considering oneself to be like a saint when I am not. When I'm really a saint, good. That time I don't have to put up a show. But sometimes, okay, I am a human being. There may be weaknesses. It's okay. Acknowledge it at least to oneself. You don't have to tell everybody else, but at least to oneself I can do. Here, sometimes we don't acknowledge to ourselves also. We hide the weakness from our own selves. So, no, I'm not weak. I'm not weak. So I don't have this weakness. I don't want this. I'm not attracted to this. I'm okay. I'm happy. Why? Relax. Chill. We are what we are. We can't cheat ourselves. Number one. We can't cheat God. He knows. And we can't cheat the society also. Because society also knows. And even if they know or not know, it doesn't matter, because they are so much bothered about themselves that why should they think about us? Like we are all the time obsessed with ourselves. Others are also like that only. So nobody thinks about anybody else. But we feel that we are the center of attraction. Oh, I am so surprised. I don't know how I committed, how I started thinking like this, how I am. ठीक है, I am in this state. Now what to do? I have to embrace my present condition. Only then I'll be able to move forward or even move out of it. If I do not embrace the present condition, if I keep on denying, I will never be able to come out of it. I will never be able to look for a path. I have to be, accepting myself as I am. Oh, bata mahat papam kartum vyavasitavaya. Yadrajya sukhalu. And passing judgment on oneself. Look at this. We are greedy for the kingdom and pleasures. Was this the main point? Right from the beginning, everyone knows. But he is continuously bringing this point. I don't want this kingdom. I don't want any pleasures. I don't want victory. And now he's saying, because of that want only, I have come to kill my family. This is so bad. I should not do this. But was this the matter of just a kingdom and pleasures? Is war fought for pleasures or fought for principles? This is a very important thing. And war, okay, we may not be involved in anything of such a scale as a war, but we are involved in arguments. Arguments happen. Disagreements are there, arguments are there. These are things that we encounter day to day. But what should be the basis? Is winning an argument the main purpose of getting into it? If there is a debate competition and you want to win it, that is understandable. But when we have some argument within the family or within, between friends or something, it is not winning that matters. It is a principle. If it is based on a principle, then it will usually lead to peace. Otherwise, it will keep on happening. Because there's I am one up, then I am one up, then I am one up, then I am one up. There is always competition. Who wins? And for winning, I am not interested in the truth also. I am not interested in logic also. I am not interested in any intelligent way of arguing. I start using any thought, anything, and then say, no, I have won the argument. Here also this Arjuna is saying, Yad Rajya Sukha Lobhena. But Rajya and Sukha, was it the main cause of the war? Was it greed? Yes, Duryodhan was extremely greedy. He wanted to hold on to it. But from the Pandavas side, from day one, it was not greed. But he has now passed a judgment upon himself. And this is what happens when we entertain a negative thought and go on and on and on and on and on. He started off, and then continuously his mental state is falling to the extent that now he started bashing himself. When we talk negative or think negative, we say that, when we talk negative, think negative, people around are affected badly, it is a bad company, etc. So be away from such thoughts and such negativity. We say that, okay, dussanga, you should leave this bad company, you should always be in good company, satsanga. Okay, good. But our own thoughts, our own words have a lot of effect upon us. We get affected by that. What we are telling ourselves matters a lot. Here, Arjuna kept on saying, no, this is not right. What are we doing? This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. Ultimately, he himself has started blaming himself that we are greedy and therefore we are sinners. It started off with this Dhartarashtra, no, pranam stekva dhananicha, Dhartarashtra se durbuddhe, yuddhe priya chikirshavah. He started blaming everything on them, and then finally he has brought out everything upon himself and saying, I am like this. I am the one who is greedy. So it is such thoughts, even if we are talking about somebody else, even it may be factual, but if we are paying too much attention on these thoughts, it is going to affect us. And we are going to reach this disease state. No, I am not telling any lies or anything. This is the truth. He is like that or she is like that. But no need to speak so much. No need to think so much. There are better things to think about. Why should you think about this person? That person did not do the right thing. It is not right. That person should have thought twice before doing it. Why should that person do this? That person should not do. That should not. By doing this, what happens? I am like this. I have become like this. My mistake only. I should not have. Everything comes upon me. My state is worse. I fall. All that confidence with which he started. Chainayor ubhayor madhye ratam sthapaya mechyuta yavadetan niriksheham yoddukama anavasitan kairmaya saha yoddhavyam asmin rana samudhi. All that confidence, where has it gone? Now it has come to the state of we are greedy, we are sinners. What happened in between? Did Bhagavan speak anything? Did anybody else come and speak anything? Nothing. His own thoughts, his own words has created this downfall. And this is what happens to us also if we keep thinking about negativity, even if it is in others, even if we start talking about others, even if it is real, factual, even then. So there is no point in entertaining these thoughts in our mind. Knowing, okay, but brooding, not required. And these kind of thoughts, they come very in a interesting package. Did you know? That's how it begins. Did you know that person was saying something about you? About me? What? What? Tell me. And if that person is someone I like, then I am interested to know, okay, what did he say? Good. And if I don't like, what did he say? Tell me. But I want to know what did he say. What is it? What is it? Tell me. What happened? And then it starts going on and on and on. It's called gossip. There was one kitty party. And everyone was silent. Nobody spoke a word. So a passerby was surprised. He went and asked, how come today there's no noise? Nobody is speaking to each other. Why so much of silence? How is it possible? So one of the ladies informed, today everybody has come. So no topic. The point is, these words and thoughts affect us the most. So why are we punishing ourselves for the fault of others? It's not wise to brood over negativities, whether it is in ourselves or others. We don't need to brood over negativity. That is why satsanga. And Shankaracharya says satsanga, he goes one step further, says satsangatva means the ability to keep our mind in positive thoughts that are conducive to our spiritual upliftment. We have to keep our mind in that. That ability is called satsangatva, and that is what leads to liberation. Otherwise, we are going into bondage more and more. So here he has concluded about himself, and then now his decision. Final verdict. He has blamed himself, he has called himself a greedy person, and now final verdict. Krishna, I have decided something. Oh, okay. Based on what? Based on all these thoughts. Whose thoughts? My own thoughts. Okay, what is it? What have you decided? Let me hear. So the 46th verse, he says, Yadi mam apratikaram ashastram shastrapanayah धार्तराष्ट्रारणे हन्युः तन्मे क्षेमतरं भवेत्. He was convinced that this is wrong. He was convinced that we are all sinners, and because of that, now he says, oh Krishna, you may think that if you don't fight, the war is not going to stop. Those people, you think that they will spare you? They have so much of enmity against you. You think that you decide, okay, I am not going to fight. You say that, okay, these are all family, and you say that I am not going to commit any sin. Okay, that is your perspective, your thoughts. But do you think they are going to subscribe to that? They will shoot one arrow and kill you. They are not going to even look at you, whether you are facing them or not, whether you have something to protect or defend or not. They are not going to look at you. They are not going to be concerned about your state. They will shoot you. So he is saying, Krishna, even if somebody argues this way, I feel that also will be better than fighting the war. What? Yadi mam, if these people, Dhartarashtraha, who Dhritarashtra's family, all these Duryodhana and party, if all these people, Yadi, Mam Rane Hanyuhu, they kill me in this battlefield. How, in what state? Apratikaram. Not responding, not replying to their weapons. Not responding to them. Apratikaram. Not stopping, not defending myself. Ashastram. Not having anything to attack. So no defense, no attack. In this condition. Mam apratikaram ashastram. These Dhartarashtraha, Shastrapanayaha, they lift their weapons, and if they Rane Hanyuhu, kill me in this battlefield, Tanme Kshemataram Bhavet. That will be better for me than myself fighting. I don't want to get involved in this bloodshed. I don't want to be a part of this self-destroying entire venture. I am not interested. This is my decision. Even if they kill me, when I don't have any weapon to attack or to defend myself, in that state also, if they kill me, it is better. Tanme kshemataram bhavet. But I shall not fight. This is a decision. He is concluded based on his own thoughts. Now this downfall, if these words, this kind of words, if somebody would have told, let us say Arjun, while he was in the forest in exile, or in that 1 year of Ajnatavas, incognito, at that time, if somebody would have gone, he must have, let us say, he met a fortune teller, astrologer, and that astrologer tells that after some time, You are going to speak these words. You are going to say that it is better if these Duryodhan and brothers come and kill me even when I don't have any weapon or anything to protect myself. That will be better for me. You are going to speak these words. Arjuna would have picked up his bow at that time and said, "Can you bring that future me in front of me? I will kill him now." That was his. No, he was like that, so confident. And now, what is his condition? This is called suicide. Ready to, if they kill me without anything, I doing anything, I'm not protecting, I'm not attacking, not defending, and then if they kill me, what is that? That is suicide. That is ready to die. Go to the battlefield and stand there. So what is that? That is called suicide. So here he is saying, I am ready to die, I am ready to commit suicide. This is the way, better path for me. So many people, not in this condition, but in a different condition, come to such a drastic decision. And suddenly, what happens to them? No, I want to die. They take steps, drastic steps. Now, what is it that one wants to achieve out of a suicide? If you think about it, they want to escape the challenging situation that they feel incapable of facing. That's all. If they are told, I will take away this problem from your life, okay, so that you have decided to die happily, I will take away this problem. Then you'll say, then why should I die? So dying is not the main thing. I want this problem to go away. And the point is, we have to understand and educate, especially youngsters and all who suddenly come into that, fit, and then they decide something drastic. We have to educate them that death is not going to end the problem, it is going to elongate it. That is why suicide is never considered as a solution. It can never be a solution. Because it is not going to solve the problem will remain for a longer period, and at some point I will have to come face to face again and I will have to go through it. That is why Gurudev used to say, the best way of getting out of a problem is to go through it. Not circumvention. Because that is not a solution. I may run from here, the problem is already waiting there. I took a shortcut. You're already there. Welcome. And Ramcharitmanas very beautifully, in the beginning itself, when Parvati Devi was born in the house of Himalaya, so that time Naraji comes, and she was a little child. So he comes and says that, your husband, all the qualities that your husband has, if it is not Lord Shiva, then he is a crazy guy. So all these qualities match with Lord Shiva. So if you can attain him, then you are saved. Otherwise, all these qualities will be in your husband, and that is not going to be a great thing if it is not Lord Shiva. So he guides, he says, go do tapas. Go to the forest, do tapas. So Parvati ji is enthused. She says, of course I will do. She is Jagat Janani. She knows that she is the consort of Lord Shiva forever. So she says, of course I will be one with Lord Shiva. But she also has to undergo that tapas. So when she decides to go and she says, I will marry Lord Shiva, that her mother, Mehna Devi, she comes and she says, you know what? I don't believe this Narad. Or I don't know what we have done. He himself is a sannyasi, he is unmarried, and he is giving you all funny ideas to get married. And that too to somebody who is staying in Kailash and all, and doesn't bother about anybody, always in meditation, doesn't have even a proper house to live in, roams around in cremation grounds, applies that ash only on his body. Some talcum powder, at least that was better. This is ash, that too from the pyres. What is this? And what ornaments he has? Different sizes of snakes. Big size here, smaller size here, still smaller, and tiny ones here. All snakes only everywhere. Doesn't even comb his hair properly. No, I don't want you to marry him. So then she says, you know what I feel like? I feel like I will take you and jump from a cliff. Or I will drown in the ocean along with you, holding you. Let us both die. So that this situation will not come where you have to marry him. That time Parvati ji, although she is a small child at that time, but she is the mother of the universe, she tells her mother there, she says that, oh mother, by going somewhere, a situation is not going to go away. We are not going to escape. Because wherever we go, we'll have to face this situation in some form or the other. So it is not going to change things. So why not go through it the right way as guided by the Guru? And then she convinces her mother and goes. So this is a very important thing, that here Arjuna says, let me die. It's okay. So dying is not a solution. If it was, then okay, go die. But that is not going to change anything. It's going to elongate. So here Arjuna has concluded and he says that let them kill me. I don't mind. Now after saying all this, and he has decided, that suicide decision has come almost. He said, okay, let them kill me. I don't know, I am not going to stop them. I am not going to in any way retaliate. I am going to just accept, okay, kill me. Now he is exhausted. He has not even started fighting. Still, again, he is exhausted, because mental exhaustion is much more than physical exhaustion. And when mind gets tired, then the body also feels tired. That is the reason, these types of interesting researches people conduct. If we go to places where there are big hoardings, where you can read, or there are a lot of lights and all, and jazzy lights and all, and then you are just driving through, and that too, I am not driving, somebody else is driving, I am just sitting there in the car, and I am looking around, reading those messages and all those lights and all those ads and all I am seeing. Just that drive through, after the end, when I reach the destination, I am tired. What did I do? I was sitting. I was doing nothing actually. I was not even driving, but I'm tired. Why? Because this is tiring me. Well, my mind is involved in this. I'm reading this, I'm seeing all these shining lights, and I may have read those boards so many times, but I will still read them. I'll again and again read them, and I get tired. So if we understand this, this must be our experience. Similarly, just thinking, brooding, especially these negative thoughts, is very exhausting. The end of it, Arjuna is tired, exhausted, intellectually exhausted, mentally exhausted, physically also exhausted. So now he doesn't speak anything. And also he doesn't have anything more to speak. He has concluded whatever he wanted to say. So he doesn't have any more thoughts to express, and he doesn't have that energy also to continue. So he has stopped. Bhagwan doesn't seem to be in any mood to start soon. So he is also silent. So Arjuna is silent, Krishna is silent. Then both of them are silent. Dhritarashtra is waiting. Then what happened? What happened? What happened? So Sanjay has to speak. So now the last verse of this first chapter. Sanjaya Uvacha एवमुक्त्वार्जुनः संख्ये रथोपस्थ उपाविशत् विसृज्य सशरं चापम् शोकसंविघ्नमानसः। Evam uktva, having spoken thus, Arjuna, Sankhye, in this battlefield, Rathopasthe upavishat. Ratha upasthe, the chariot that goes for wars and all, the warriors actually stand there to fight. But there is also a small seat. Sometimes they want to sit, there is a seat also. So, on that seat that was there on the chariot, this Arjuna, having spoken all this and completely exhausted, in the middle, Sankhya means in the middle of the battlefield where he was, there itself, on the chariot itself, on the seat of the chariot, Upavishat, he sat down. So the one who was standing sat down. Complete breakdown of personality. And what has influenced him? Nothing external. Yes, there was a situation, no doubt, but all the processing has happened inside. So the point is, the world does not affect us. It is our response to the world that affects us. So Arjuna was not affected because everybody saw this. Everybody saw the whole 18 Akshauhinis of Sena. Everyone saw. Everyone saw this battlefield. Everybody heard those sounds of the conches, etc. So all of them are experiencing the same environment, but only Arjuna is the one who is exhausted with all these arguments and sat down. Why? Because it was not the situation. It is my mind. And that is why, further in the Gita only, it is said, we have to take responsibility, we have to take charge. I have to own up the responsibility of what is happening in my life. I cannot blame it on anybody or anything. This is a very, very important thing. I cannot blame. Everything that happens to me, everything that is affecting me, I am allowing it to affect. Therefore, it is affecting me. So we can remain unaffected. What do we do with satsang? In classes and all. Does it affect us? Untouched. So we can remain unaffected if we choose to. We allow the external environment to affect us and therefore it affects. Whether it is a person, whether it is a situation, whether it is a place, anything. We let it enter and that's when we are in trouble. So if we can understand that it is my responsibility, my response that creates any environment within. The mental state is a result of my response to a situation, not the situation per se. No, sometimes when it is very hot, it is too hot, too hot, too hot, very hot. No, it is, and then we will go to read also. Last 50 years on this day, this is the warmest day. So that will increase 2 degrees more. Just that information. So I keep on repeating, it is so hot, I don't know what is happening, why is this global warming, is there some ozone layer above me only there is this ozone layer has some problem, so that is straight away penetrating, I am so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad. So this is my response which is creating more heat. Otherwise, by itself, there is nothing. So there are so many people who are going through everything in this heat only. So when I keep on complaining, it affects me actually. It is so cold, it is raining too much, it is like this, it is like that, too much of noise is there, too much of this is there, too much of that is there. I am only increasing it for myself. I am magnifying the situation for myself. And our mind has a peculiar, we call it a power, we call it a boon or a bane, I don't know. Our mind cannot understand what is real and unreal, factually. What we keep on repeating, that becomes real for us. And that is the reason we make friends also, and that is the reason we fight with friends also. That is the reason we part also, that is the reason why we come together. Same reason. My mind has reacted. Actual situation is as it was before, it is like this and it may remain like that. But my mind has reacted. And therefore, I do various things. I am tired. Enough of it. How did you get tired? So much of heat, But there are so many people who are not feeling that tired in the same heat because I'm mentally exhausted. This person, one person says, this person is so sweet, and the other person says, what sweet? Absolutely not. Exactly the opposite of it. So, how the person is the same, the objects are the same, the places are the same, but everyone has their own way of interpreting. And the interpretation doesn't matter by itself, because who gets affected by an interpretation? I think something about somebody. Does that person get affected? No. The point is, I get affected. If I look at people's negativities, actually I am kind of suggesting to myself that I find those negativities within me. I become like that, like Arjuna landed up. What is the condition of Arjuna? Not because of Duryodhana was standing there, or Bhishma Pitama was standing there, or anybody was standing there. Not because of people there. Because these people were there in his life even before. Today he is reacting to this in a different manner. His response is only affecting himself, and he has come to this sad state. Pitiable condition. He sat down. And what sat down? Sitting down, Visrujya Sasharam Chapam. Threw away, put down his bow and arrow. The bow and arrow signifies his effort, self-effort. He has left them, put them down. Shoka samvigna manasaha. Completely drowned in this sorrow. Put his weapons down and sitting there. So incapable of even putting in any effort. If somebody says, okay, do this, I can't. You won't understand what is my condition. Do you think I wanted to put these weapons down? It's just that I am not able to do it. You understand my condition. Such great sinners we are. How can I pick up these weapons? No, can't do this. They may laugh at Arjuna, but we do this so many times to ourselves. And it doesn't happen once to Arjuna. Once it happened, Krishna helped him, matter was over. To us, it happens every day. And the point is, we never ask Krishna. We may ask Duryodhana. And the Duryodhana himself is under stress. So he shares his stress, we share our stress. Stress plus stress is more stress, and both of us keep on fighting with each other. At the end of it, both of us say, I think we are exhausted. There's nothing to be done. Nothing can be done. Sit down now. So this is the Shoka Sambhigna Manasaha, completely mind drowned in sorrow, without any ability to act. He lost the ability to act. Visrujya sasharam chapam. That was his condition. What in these days we call as depression, stress. And depression nowadays, it is like used for anything and everything, depression. Some 4-year-old child will say, I am depressed. Why? I didn't get that candy. So not getting a candy is cause of depression. And when we keep on using that word more and more, we are suggesting to ourselves. This is what exactly auto-suggestion is what has happened to Arjuna. He constantly said, no, I should die. It is better to die. What is there? And these people, let them do whatever they want to do. It is good to not fight and all. Constantly. And then ultimately coming to a conclusion that we are only at fault. We should die. They are at fault. Yes, they are also at fault. But then how can we be at fault? So, we are worthy of dying only. Let them kill us. Never mind. This is the thing. So, constantly suggesting to ourselves. So, when we use these words, we have to be very, very careful about using words, especially around children. So, better to avoid these strong words. Words like hatred, depression. All these are very heavy words. No need to use them. We can use dislike. That's okay. Why hatred? I hate vegetables. Well, vegetable is your enemy or what? I don't like. Okay, fine. That is acceptable. But why to use such strong words? Because those strong words are building our character. Arjuna, in this few verses, we saw how he fell. And by his own words and his own thoughts. So it is very important that we choose the right words and forget about the world. It is most important for ourselves. We need to help ourselves. So we need to use the right words for ourselves. We need to think the right thoughts for ourselves. Otherwise, we will lose all capacity. Just sit down. Can't do anything. Shoka sambhigna manasa. Now at the end, there is a sankalpa vakya. That is a closing statement which is there at the end of all chapters. So we will read this now. Then tomorrow we will talk about this sankalpa vakya and then enter the second chapter. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita So Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Prathamodhyayah. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.